Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and merciful. Assalamualaikum and good evening, everyone. Fasih Panitia, Panitia's got talent. When casual chat becomes purposeful, life is a bliss. Alhamdulillah for the opportunity to meet again online this week in the fifth episode of program Fasih Panitia, Panitia's got talent. Organised by the Sektor Pembelajaran of PPD Hulu Langat in collaboration with the English panels of Hulu Langat District. Our warm welcome to all viewers. I'm sure all of us are here because we are sharing the same interest, which is to gain knowledge on beneficial best practices that have been implemented in schools. We are also here to support the noble effort made by Sektor Pembelajaran Hulu Langat. Thank you for joining us in the final episode of Season 1, Fasih Panitia, Panitia's Got Talent. By the way, please support this YouTube channel by clicking the like button. Thank you. I'm Helena Yahya from SMK Pandan Mewah, Ampang, your moderator for this episode. And let me introduce my co-moderator who is so energetic, Puan Haniza Hassan from SMK Sultan Abdul Aziz Shah Kajang. Working with us today are also our loyal streamer, Puan Zainita binti Hussein from SK Convent Kajang, and our dedicated control host, Puan Sarifa binti Mat Daud from SK Sungai Ramal Dalam. Assalamualaikum and hi Puan Haniza.
Waalaikumsalam. Hi Helena, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. Yes, indeed, Helena. I can't wait to listen to our panelists sharing their ambitious programs carried out in their schools. But before that, Helena, I hope it's not too late to wish all our Hindu friends happy Deepavali Vatukal. Yeah, may Deepavali bring you peace, happiness, and prosperity. Well, for this evening, we have here with us two experienced and dedicated English teachers who are Puan Ida Fazil Muhammad from SMK Jalan Reko. Hi, Puan Ida.
Hi, Puan Haniza, and hi, Puan Helena.
Hello,
How are you?
Puan Ida.
Yeah, good.
Alright. Macam muka Era Fazira pun ada. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Beautiful
Okay,
as
Puan
ever.
Ida, please
Yes.
introduce yourself and what are you going to share with us tonight?
Okay, thank you, Puan Haniza, and thank you, Puan Helena. My name is Ida binti Fazil Muhammad. I'm from SMK Jalan Riko. I have been in the service for teaching for like 25 years.
Oh.
And I have been in Jalan Riko for 24 years now. So it has been a wonderful experience to be in Jalan Riko.
You must be very happy there, Puan Ida.
Yeah, I'm very happy, and the friends there are very nice. It's a great place. And tonight I will be sharing something about correspondent letters. In other words, a simpler term would be writing to a pen pal.
Oh, that's
okay.
That's it.
All right,
Okay.
that's interesting.
Okay, thank you, Puan Ida.
Okay,
And
Puan
we
Haniza.
also have Puan Nalini Nagaraja from SK Batu Sembilan.
Hi.
Hi, Nalini. Hi.
Hi, Nalini.
Wow, you're stunning.
Hey, you look so young, yeah? And so fresh in your new hairstyle.
Thank you.
Okay, Nalini, how's your Deepavali?
Oh, great. I even have Muruku with me here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's Morocco. Okay, I can smell mutton warble from here.
Yes, we did that for our lunch today.
With you now. Okay, Nalini, can you please introduce yourself and what is your goodies that you want to share with us tonight?
Okay, thank you. So my name is Nalini Nagarajan. And first of all, thank you so much for inviting me. And for giving me the opportunity. And good evening to
Mm-hmm.
all the viewers. And I have been serving and teaching for 11 years in SK Batu Sembilan. And currently, I'm the head of for English panel. And a little
Oh.
bit about my education. I did my
Mm-hmm.
degree in teaching English for young learners. Then I
Wow,
proceeded with my
interesting.
master's in education management. And
Mm-hmm.
my goodies for tonight is I would like to share with the viewers about online interactive storytelling. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow, that's great.
that's nice.
Okay, thank you, Panalini.
Yeah,
Okay, to
welcome.
our audience, as we all know, one of the main objectives of Panitia's Got Talent is to assist teachers in searching for interesting and motivating activities to be shared with their pupils, especially during PDPR. And another objective would be to expose teachers, parents, and pupils to the myriad ways of learning English. Thus, in line with the program's objective, it is hoped that Puan Ida and Puan Nalini's sharing session will benefit the viewers regardless of whether you are teacher, parents, or even a pupil.
Oh, yes, Puan Haniza. Okay, it's funny actually when we are in this era of email and voicemail and all those things that we did not grow up with, but a plain old paper, a letter,
Yeah.
could create an amazing intimacy. Okay, with that, let us watch a short video on how receiving a letter can be very exhilarating.
Okay, let's take a look.
Um,
Wow,
Nali,
that auntie
Wow,
looks so happy receiving a letter.
yeah,
That
I know that
lady,
person. I know that person.
no, you know it. Your friends,
I know
your
that person.
sister. Look
My
Puan
long
very
Nalini,
distance
cute.
friend.
Look
okay,
very cute.
Puan
Okay.
Nalini, have you ever felt the excitement that Puan Haniza felt in that video?
Yes, of course. Especially when the delivery guy is outside my house.
All right, okay. Okay, this actually leads us to Puan Ida's best practice in school, which is correspondence letter. Okay, actually, Puan Ida, what initiated you to start with this activity with your pupils? In other words, why have you chosen correspondence letters? Although we are in the digital world with ample of latest means of communication. Puan Ida?
Okay, okay, Marlena. Actually, we wanted to do something that was hands-on for writing.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided it had to be fun. It had to be like exciting for teacher and for student, and we want it to be as natural as possible, that writing process. So apart from that, we also wanted to instill a little bit of values inside those letters, inside those little things that we wanted to teach. So the values like sympathy, like
Ah,
kindness, like
mhm,
empathy. So these values are like missing from these kids these days. So we
Yeah.
wanted to instill these values.
mm,
So that's where we actually, it just clicked that let's try out the correspondent letter. So that's why we
okay.
wanted to try the correspondent letter because it had that excitement in the students because they haven't tried it before. So
Yes,
when we did it, it was like an amazing moment. So it it actually was fun for the kids. That's
Oh,
actually
why
it's
we
something new for
yeah,
them, right? Okay,
very
all right.
new because they haven't done this thing
yeah.
before. So
Yeah.
it's great.
Is it your
Yes,
original idea?
Vanessa.
So, is it your original idea? This.
Not really. We actually got together and we decided like, hey, let's try this out. some of the teachers with us under my panel. So we all clicked. It just clicked. Let's just try correspondent letter for some classes. So some of the teachers tried for 2 classes. Some of the teachers tried for 1 class. So we had a mixed range of classes involved,
All
and
right.
it was an amazing thing actually. That's what
Yeah.
initiated us to do that actually, for
It is
Helena.
amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure that the teachers out there, our viewers who are watching, would like to know which part of the learning standard that this activity is focusing on so that they could actually do it in the classroom with their pupils.
Mhm.
Juanida?
Yeah. Okay, now Helena, the
Mm-hmm.
learning standard, I don't think there's a problem because the
Mm-hmm.
learning standard all complies to the content standard in the
Mm-hmm.
CFR
Yeah.
framework, which is
Mm-hmm.
writing.
Mm-hmm.
And for Form 3, Form 4, and Form 5, we could actually use 4.1.4, which is actually to express and respond to uh, opinions and feelings.
Uh-huh.
So that would be great for letter writing. So
Mm-hmm.
it's on the right track, I feel, for if you want to use, if we want to do the correspondent letter.
All right.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it, Helena, for
Actually, okay,
the learning standard.
all right. All this remind me to the pantun, the popular pantun, yeah. What is that? Pecah kaca,
Okay.
pecah sudah baca, harap balas.
Oh, that's a famous one
Uh,
for
Yes,
letter
yes.
okay.
writing.
Okay. Puan Haniza, I'm going to answer that pantun of yours.
Wow, that's right.
Okay. Roses are red, Puan Haniza. Violets are blue. Sugar is
Mm.
sweet, and so are you, Puan Haniza. Thank you for that pantun.
Thank you.
And I think, Puhaniza, you actually inspired me actually because giving me that pantun, actually we could actually include this pantun, these kind of poems inside our correspondent letters.
Yes.
Oh,
So
right.
you're
Mm-hmm.
inspiring me actually.
Oh,
Yeah, we should start creating one. Right, Puan Nalini? We should start
all
creating
right.
one.
Yes.
Yes.
I am wondering what are the roles of the teachers in assisting pupils to achieve the activities of objective.
Okay, the teacher's role. The teacher's role is practically shifted actually. We have shifted the role to like facilitators,
Mm.
prompters, assessors, and observers because we're doing less work here. More work is for the students because they're doing this writing process on their own. We are just like looking and helping them bit by bit. And more teachers here are enjoying the process because we are looking at how the students are actually learning on their own. And it's peer learning is happening a lot here. Okay,
Okay.
Vanhaniza.
And how do you
So,
conduct this activity?
Juanita, this is like, mm,
Okay, how did you
Yeah,
conduct this activity? And did you set any
okay.
rules?
Yeah. Okay, now in conducting this activity, Puan Hanisa, Puan Helena, and Puan Halini, you actually have to have good contact nationwide. So
Yes,
the
true.
best thing is that kindly you can ask your friend from a different state to actually help you out with this project because it could be their hip activity. So it's a win-win situation. So you can get hip activities for your school and they can also get hip activities for their school. So it's a great idea actually. So when we initiated this program, we had some certain rules that we had to follow. So it had to be kind of
mm-hmm.
strict at first, right? So you had to set the rules. So our rule, the first rule was that only English is allowed. So we
Okay,
could
yes.
only use
Mm-hmm.
English, no bahasa
Mm-hmm.
Melayu.
All right.
So, and the second rule is no accounts on social media are allowed.
Oh,
So we did not want the students to have FB, Instagram, or Twitter.
how did
We
they
did not allow
Mm.
that.
react?
We
How
did
did
not allow that
I'm sure they were not
because
happy.
this
they were
point?
not happy. They were not happy because we wanted to control the relationship. We
Yeah.
wanted to be class bounded. We didn't want extra relationship happening outside the school. So
Mm-hmm.
because it was the starting point. So it's very important to be serious about that. So the third rule was that we write based on a theme that
All right.
we are currently at with a textbook usually.
Okay.
So we follow that theme. So they could actually discuss anything around that theme, and
Mm-hmm.
we
Can you
ask
give
them
example for the team?
that. Yes.
What team? Can you give?
For example, for Form 3, we have special
Mm-hmm.
relationship. So
Yes.
the special relationship can be relationship with animals, having animals, maybe pets, maybe they could include
Mm.
like I have a pet and things like that. And do you have a pet? Uh, Talking about pets and everything, but that's
Something that
just
they are familiar with. Actually,
yes,
something
something
that they are
familiar
familiar
with.
with, right? Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So the
Juanita,
And
third, yeah,
I'm a bit
yeah,
nervous when you mentioned that special relationship.
this is not a love letter for Haniza. So
I,
we wanted it to be class bounded, so it had to be special. So
Yeah.
mhm.
the monitoring part has to be very serious so that the monitoring part takes place in the classroom. So when
Okay.
it's in the classroom, the teachers actually have to
Mm-hmm.
collect the letters. When you
Mm-hmm.
collect the letters, you actually have to check one by one. But we don't usually make red marks on the letters because we want it to be, we didn't want to demotivate the students.
Yes.
So we check the
Mm-hmm.
letters, ask them to
Mm-hmm.
make amendments here and there. And once we're satisfied with the letters, we just put them in an envelope, ask them to put in envelopes and put it in a bigger envelope, and it's ready for post laju and courier. So it's on their way to the correspondence school.
Okay. So
That's how we monitor it
who
actually.
will post for them, Juanita? Will the teachers
We
do
will
all the
post.
posting? All
The
right.
teachers will
Okay.
post it. Our English teachers
Okay.
will do it.
All
So
right.
usually we will bundle it up every class, the classes that are involved, we'll
Mm-hmm.
bundle it up and send it to the teacher involved
Okay.
in the other
interesting,
stage, of
Juanita.
course. Yeah.
Interesting. Juanita, I have a question.
Okay.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
How did you assess the pupils in relation to the classroom-based assessment, or better known as the PBD?
Okay, Nalini, thank you for asking for that because I think that every writing task comes with a theme, right? So a
Yes.
Yes.
theme, a topic, and it's all related to the learning standard. So I feel that my teachers also feel that once the students actually related that idea, the right
Mm-hmm.
idea in the letter, it will be
All right.
considered a successful already because I think marks could already be given for the
Mm-hmm.
PBD because most importantly, we know that the whole class has participated in writing. So I
Yes.
don't think it's a problem giving them the PBD mark there.
Okay. So
Yeah,
what's the
that's what I
range like,
think.
Juanita? What's the range like for your
Yeah, okay.
PBD marks? I mean,
Oh,
six.
the range.
Like, yeah, most
The
of them
range,
for most of the
Helena, the
students.
range will vary, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sometimes the students do a marvelous job in the writing process. We could
Yes.
actually give them a 5 or a 6. That's not a
Uh-huh.
problem because I think they put real ample work, ample time. I mean, it's a
Mm-hmm.
great piece. So why not give them a 5 or 6? It's not a problem. If the students like,
Okay.
it's like they will be having fun actually. So it's a good thing that we can give marks for PBD here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Juanita, actually,
yeah,
as we know, writing itself is a long process. Okay.
yeah.
So how
Of
long did
course.
this activity last for? Like, and how many cycles did you all manage to complete?
Okay, that one I want to ask. I want to answer that one. This happened before the pandemic. Okay, this happened before the pandemic.
All
It could
right.
be carried out like
Mm-hmm.
throughout the year. Like if it's throughout
Okay.
the year, it's like we have like 10 months. So
Okay.
we could have a whole year to do that thing. This
Mm-hmm.
correspondent letter. So together with the reply letter and the cycle actually took from
Mm.
4 weeks to two
Oh, okay.
months for one
All right.
cycle.
For one
So
cycle.
two
Okay.
weeks to 4 months. It depends on the
Mm-hmm.
teacher actually. It's how
Okay.
fast they do it and how
Mm-hmm.
fast they post the letters. So they could actually do it faster or they could actually slow it down. So we
Right.
actually right now, because of the pandemic, we
Mm-hmm.
managed only to do like 2 cycles for this year. That one,
Mm-hmm.
that's like a bit limited lah. It was like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and we had to make amendments here and there because during this cycle we had to actually include emails. So we had to include emails for the students. The students had to make their own emails, and they had
Okay.
to include it inside the letter.
So
So that
finally,
we
they
were
managed to
hoping,
include the emails. So
yes,
finally, they
hoping,
managed.
hoping, and hoping and
Okay.
hoping that the students might reply. And we
Oh.
did get replies, of course, but not everyone got a reply. That
Ah,
was
Oh,
because of the
for the
pandemic.
second cycle. For the second
Yes,
cycle.
during this
Oh,
pandemic.
okay.
Yes.
All
did you
right.
face any problem with post laju or post later?
No,
No
Korea
problem.
Posaju are a great service to
Service, yeah.
the
Correct.
nation, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Juanita,
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
what was actually the impact of this interesting activity on the pupils as well as the teachers? What do you think? What was the impact?
Okay. Okay, for Nelly, the impact actually was more for
Mm-hmm.
the students, I think.
Yes.
It
Mm-hmm.
was more for the students. The teacher had a little bit of impact. They had fun, I think. But for the students, they had great impact because we saw that it obviously helped them with their practice of writing skills.
Oh,
So I
yes.
noticed my students and some of my other teachers noticed that they're more expressive and open, and
Mm-hmm.
they're very
Mm-hmm.
creative, and it also boosts their confidence actually, and
Yeah.
they can be very open to their peers
Mm.
constructive criticism, which is a
Mm-hmm.
very positive thing. I think they
Yes.
can accept all these things. Yeah, so
Mm.
teachers just play minor roles. They're just facilitators actually. So
Yeah.
but actually the teachers enjoyed reading the students letters. That's what they did. We
I would love
shared
to
all
be in
the
your
I,
letters.
class.
We were
yeah, me
laughing
too.
here and
Actually,
there.
I would love to
Helena,
read the
Helena,
letters.
when is the
Actually,
last time
yes,
you wrote a letter?
maybe like 20 years ago. But
Oh,
I could, but it will bring back happy memories. What about you,
yeah.
Kaniza? I heard something about scented talcum powder.
Yeah, all this really remind me to my sweet memories when I wrote a letter to my friends when I was in standard 3 or standard 4. I
Oh, that's
pour a
soon.
talcum powder.
Yes.
You know what?
Now,
Yeah, my
uh,
mom was scolded me. Yeah, sebab talcum powder tu sekejap saja sudah habis. Ya, sebab I put a lot. Now
Mana
you
perginya?
invest.
Belum
Look at the
wangi.
stickers.
Ah,
I got the
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
stickers.
yeah.
Yeah.
they had so many things there,
How
right?
about you, Nalini? Did you experience the same?
Yes. I used to like find pen pal. Remember at the back of the Kuntung magazine, we used to have a list of pen
Ah,
pals.
oh
Yes,
yes.
yes,
Yeah, I
Okay.
yes.
remember writing to one or two, putting in a lot of stickers and all on the letter. Those were the
Oh, what a
days.
great memory.
Yeah, those were the
Okay.
days. Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
I'd like
Farida.
to share. Yeah,
Okay.
I'd
I
like to
just
share my
okay.
slides with you
Uh,
guys.
okay.
So,
Okay, okay.
okay, let's look at the slides. Okay, now the first slide here, as you can see,
Mhm,
are my
mhm.
students writing their. It's the writing process. This is the writing process of the correspondent letter. So you can see that this is a Form 5 class, and the girls here with the pens and the colors and everything, they
Mhm.
are the Form 3 students. So
Oh,
there's a difference, between the younger ones and the older ones. They wanted to be more creative. The younger ones were very creative in actually
mm,
uh, creating the letters actually. So this is a
okay.
real enjoyment for the students, I think, this moment. Okay, the next slide. Okay, now here, as you can see, these are the letters. These are the original letters that we
Mhm.
took pictures of. We have more actually, but some went missing here and there. So these are the only ones
Mm.
that I had. So these are the pictures of the letters that the students wrote. See how colorful it is, and everything
Mm.
is like um, these are the bundles of letters that the students have
Did
written.
Juanita,
you
what,
did you
Yeah.
limit the
Juanita,
words,
perhaps,
Ida? Did
okay.
you limit the
Yes.
word? Did you limit
No,
the
no.
word?
We
No,
would
no.
never limit the word. We would let them actually write on their own because they
Mm.
would actually compare their letters, you know. They would compare their letters with their peers. So the longer the other friend would be writing, they would continue writing on.
Okay.
That was going to happen. Okay, so the
Okay.
next photo is actually the getting the reply letter.
Oh, we
And
could
this is
see
the
that
most
happy
fun part
faces.
for the kids. Yes.
Okay.
You can
All right.
see they're smiling from like ear to ear, looking at their letters, reading. Some get pictures and all that.
Mm-hmm.
This was an enjoyment actually for the students. And
Yeah.
All
actually,
right.
at this part, they're sitting apart because this is during the COVID. This is during the
Mm-hmm.
pandemic. Yeah, some of them are wearing masks. So this was a this. It is here that we could actually exchange letters. The other friends could actually read their own letters.
Oh, okay. All
Okay,
right.
so we let them read. We let them
From
share the letters actually.
mhm. From the comments
Okay.
here, actually, many
Yeah.
of the viewers are sharing how their good old days about the Telkom
Yeah.
Pulse because you initiated them to write.
RHS Media Resources. I used to
Yes.
read letters to my international friends via IYS, International Youth Service back in the 90s. Yes, that's very interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
thank
Okay.
you.
This is another picture of the moment that
Mm-hmm.
they will
Mm-hmm.
always remember, right? And this last
Yes.
picture is actually the corresponding school. So
Mm-hmm.
we had a picture of the corresponding school because we wanted to show that these are the students that you were writing to. So it was a great thing because everything they were like asking, can we see pictures of the our friends over there? And that's what they actually wanted.
Which
Yeah,
school
excited
is
looking
this?
faces. Mm-hmm.
This is SMK Bertam Indah. I think it's in Penang. We had many schools,
Oh,
so
Penang, yeah.
this one is Bertam Indah in Penang.
Wow,
Okay.
congratulations, Juanita.
Yeah, thank you.
Excited to see this.
Okay, Puanida, actually, this activity can also be included in your highly immersive program HIP. Am I right?
Mm-mm-mm.
Yes, of course, Helena. It can be included.
Okay, do
It
you
is
think that
included actually.
yeah, do you
Yeah.
think that this can also be done by the other panels, like for example, Bahasa Melayu?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. I think Bahasa Melayu, Bahasa Tamil, Bahasa Cina can do this activity. It would be fun. You know,
Mm-mm.
it would be fun for them. It's something different. It's something like enjoyable a bit compared to like writing in a book. It's like writing in a book. It's like boring, right? So why not try this thing?
Yes.
Okay, so at
Juanita,
the in,
I have
mm,
another
Yeah.
pantun for you.
Hi.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Sky is not always blue, right?
okay,
Grass, not always green. If someone sent a letter to you, will you
Mm-hmm.
write it there? Will you?
Okay. Can I answer that?
Yes,
yes,
sure.
of course.
Please do.
You gave me one stanza, right? So I'm
Okay.
going to try to give two stanzas to you.
Okay.
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 Okay. I intend to write sooner.
Whoa,
I
whoa.
intend to write sooner,
All right.
but was busy all weekend. My next letter will be quicker.
Whoa,
On
whoa.
that, you may depend. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
I pretend that I can see you
Mm-hmm.
Thank
when
you.
I read the words you send.
Wow.
Spending time reading
Uh-huh.
your letters is like
Mm-hmm.
talking with a friend.
Whoa. I give
That's for
you 10
you,
marks for
Anita.
this. So
Okay.
great. Thank you.
Uh, Farida, but then while
Yeah.
while you were implementing this activity, I'm sure that at the
Mhm.
initial stage there were problems. Oh, okay. Let's not call them problems. Challenges.
Challenges.
Okay,
Yeah.
challenges faced by the teachers, the pupils themselves. So, would you like to
Yeah.
share with the viewers
Of
what were the
course.
challenges?
Yeah. We had challenges. The biggest challenge, of course, is the time. Time was the biggest challenge because sometimes it clashes with our corresponding partner's exam timetable and schedule. So exams normally last like for 3 weeks. So the replies will be delayed. So that was a
Ah,
problem. That will be a
okay.
problem. So
Mm-hmm.
when it's delayed, like the kids will be asking you every single day, and it's like it's a headache also. to be like lying to them. It's on the way, but it's not. So
Yeah.
these are the problems that we faced. And another problem was the pandemic, and we had to add the emails in. So when we added emails in, some of the students did not get replies. Those who got the replies were very happy, of course, and we could actually share the letters in Gmeet during our class. But those who did not get the letters were like frustrated a bit. So that was sad a bit for them.
So, what is your
Okay.
expectation for this activity, Manida? Your
Excuse
expectation.
me? Okay, my expectation point is that I actually hope that we will continue doing this program and more of my teachers would respond to it too. And people out there also will do this program,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
kind of interesting, you know. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, our dear viewers, please fill in the attendance link for today's episode that has been shared in the chat box. Yeah, please don't forget to do that. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for more interesting sharing by our next panelist. See you after the break. Pasay,
Pasir
panitia,
Panitia.
panitia.
Panitia got
Talent.
talent. Hi everyone, we are back. Okay, all right. We are all storytellers. Okay, we all live in a network of stories. There isn't a strong connection between people than storytelling. Okay, so this quotation by Jimmy Nail Smith leads us to our next sharing session by our next panelist, Puan Nalini Nagarajan from SK Batu Sembilan, entitled Interactive Online Storytelling and the Distinctive Five Finger Test. Okay, let's welcome Puan Nalini.
Thank
Okay,
you, Puan Herlina.
all right.
Hi.
Could you please share with us, Puan Nalini, what's your best practice in relation to online interactive storytelling, the one that you are going to share with us?
Okay, thank you. So before I share about my online interactive storytelling, I just want to share. Earlier this year, I was given the opportunity to join a project called
Oh.
FINCO Reads, whereby ₱1,000 grant was given to us to set up an interactive reading corner in our classroom.
Again,
And
1,000.
yes, 1,000. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, 1,000 grant was given to us. So what I did was, with the ringgit, I spent about ringgit buying books from Book Access at a discounted rate, and also about ringgit just to buy bookshelves, mats, and other things that just to set up the interactive reading corner. And I just want to share with you.
Okay,
Do you
that's money
know there
well
was a
spent.
study
Okay.
done by the National Library of Malaysia in year 2010, if I'm not mistaken? Malaysians who are at the age of 10 and above only read approximately 8 to 12 books a year. That is very sad, you know.
Okay.
Imagine in a year, only about 10 books. Yeah.
Perhaps
Very
we are
poor.
also contributing to
Very
the statistics, Puan Haniza, Puan Ida.
By the way, I'm sure many viewers will be wondering what is FINCO is all about. You know, I would
Yes.
just like to share a video about what is FINCO.
FINCO is a powerful collaboration between financial institutions. Our goal is to provide children and youth with guidance and educational tools to achieve their life goals. We do this by working with students like Ash. Ash is in primary school and he's fascinated by the English language. But his friends, they prefer to do other things. So Ash focuses on his love for drawing and keeps drawing. One day, Ash sees a program about animators. He's inspired but doesn't know where to start. So he and his teacher begin researching. Did you know that students without access to timely information, networks, and the right skills are less likely to achieve their ambition? Working closely with the Ministry of Education Malaysia, FINCO supports both students and teachers. Focus areas include improved English proficiency, life aspirations, financial literacy, and disaster relief. Armed with this support, imagine if in primary school, Ash had more opportunities to improve English and financial literacy. If Ash's teachers had better information about future jobs and employee connections. If in secondary school, Ash learned about potential careers, pathways, and the skills required. If school counselors received greater support in career guidance activities in school, then students like Ash would be better positioned to achieve their dreams. FINCO, achieving more together.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
Puan Nalini, actually, how did you come to know about FINCO? I mean, when you set up this activity, did you apply for the grant or do you have to write a paperwork or how? I mean, how did you
Okay.
get to know that?
Sometime in the month of December, year
All right.
2020, there was a
Mhm.
memo by the
Okay.
GPN and then forwarded by to the PPD. So I
Uh-huh.
happened, it was just luck. I happened to read the
Mhm.
memo, and we
Ah.
had to do like a simple project paper, and we
Mhm.
submitted. And I was lucky enough. My children was lucky enough. My pupils were lucky enough. So we got
Mhm.
chosen to be part of the project. And
All
if I'm not
right.
mistaken, from Hulu
Mhm.
Langat, there was about 11 schools managed to get the grant to set up the
All
interactive reading
primary
corner.
schools. Puan
Yes, all
Nalini, all
primary schools.
primary schools.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay.
You're
So,
very lucky, Puan Nalini.
Yes.
and
Nalini, I
actually,
did
I
submit
would say the charm come from my pupils.
Yeah.
it stands for Financial Industry Collective Outreach and supported by Bank Negara, right? Am I
Yes,
right?
it is.
Okay.
Yes.
okay. When you first started, because there's a word online there, so I'm sure that there must be a reason for you to start or initiate this activity. So, what was the reason, Puan Nalini?
Okay. So if you see, the initial idea was actually to set up a physical interactive reading corner in our classroom. But of course, due to pandemic and also
Mhm.
lockdown, I couldn't fully utilize it. I couldn't actually like set up the interactive reading corner. Then
Mhm.
I had together with us, we had an activator who will guide
Mhm.
us along this project. So, Madam Jugdeep, she was activator for FINCO. She suggested, why don't you try doing online interactive storytelling instead? So, at that particular moment, one of the biggest setback when I was doing online classes was attendance. I
Mhm.
usually combine my classes, two classes, and it will total up about 50. And out of 50, only 20 will show up for my class.
Oh.
So when she
Mhm.
taking into her suggestions, what I did was, okay. What I had like a poster a day before.
Mhm.
Okay, to inform to the children. Okay, I'm gonna have storytelling tomorrow, and I was surprised. About 40 children turned up for my online
Oh, that's a
storytelling.
good number.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just to share my experience, what
Yeah.
tickled me during this online storytelling, I remember I was reading a story entitled Yuck Homework. Not only the
Okay.
pupils were excited, the parents who was during joined the session were also very excited. And then there was one parent that was like, "Yeah, teacher, dia memang tak suka homework tu."
Cakap pasal anak sendiri tu. Okay, so this is like the real HIP,
Yeah.
where the parents are also immersed into the program. Okay,
Yes.
Okay.
okay,
And also, if you see here,
mhm,
this storytelling, nothing new. It's already stated in our DSKP. If you see
mhm,
the learning objective, especially for reading, okay, there the fifth one will be pupils are able to read and enjoy fiction and non-fiction prints. So this is
mhm.
nothing new. It's already there. It's just a matter of how we do it. Yeah.
Okay, Puan
Yes.
Nalini, what are the stages in this activity? And could you please suggest the activities for each stage?
Sure, I will. Okay, before that, I would like to share with you.
Mhm. So that all the viewers and also maybe we all can also do it in our classrooms, right, Wanida?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I like the idea. But Nalini is lucky. She got the special
Mhm.
Okay.
special
So, for Haniza, have you got any
Yeah.
experience of using storytelling in your classroom?
Actually, not really. But I think if I start this, my student will ask me to give storytelling every day.
Okay. Yes, Puan Haniza. So this will be the stages. Okay. For example, we will have pre-reading stage, while reading stage, and post-reading stage. So these are the activities that you can conduct during the online interactive reading corner. So, for example, pre-reading, you can have vocabulary activities or also prediction activities. Meanwhile, for while reading, you can have story web, mind web, and vocabulary log. And finally, for post reading, you can have revisiting the book, rereading the selected section of the book, writing book review, and also creating posters. You can do posters on characters or setting. So I would like to share this is what I did for my pre reading. This is online.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I use Word Wall app.
Mm-hmm.
So here I focused more on vocabulary. So I choose some of the words from the story. So
Mm-hmm.
if you see here, it's like a prediction. So the picture comes in boxes, and the children will guess the picture.
Oh,
So yeah, so
interesting.
for pre-reading, I focused more on vocabulary. And then if you see for while reading, actually if in a physical classroom, there's many activities that can be done. But for online, what I did was I focused more on WH question. So as I'm telling stories to them, I will pause in between and I'll just ask them some question. Like for example, in this PowerPoint, I asked them, what did the king do to the tailor? This is for the year 6. So this is one of the activities that we can do while reading. And this is the post reading. I choose book review. So what I did was I gave a template of book review to my students, and using the template and from the story which I told them, they actually came up with a wonderful book review. So
Okay.
this is
Yes, that's great.
So did you face any problems so far?
okay. If you ask problem, yes. Okay, there were definitely challenges at the initial stage. So the main challenge which I face is choosing the right book for my
Yes.
pupils.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Okay.
always
Because
face.
Yeah,
okay, if
challenges.
you see, usually when there is storybook, there's always like a general recommendation in the storybook. Okay, this book is
Yes.
suitable for 5 years
Yeah.
old, or this book is suitable for
Mm-hmm.
12 years old.
Yeah.
So when I picked the book and I gave to the children, they had difficulty understanding and reading the book. So after that, I get back to my FINCO activator, Madam Judith, and she said, "Why don't you do reading age test with the children?" So I was like, "Oh, this is something new." So
Oh,
what I
okay.
did was
Wow.
I did reading
That's
age
cool.
test with the children, and I found out biologically they are 10 years old, but their
Okay.
reading age is only 8 years old.
Wow.
Wow.
It's an
Oh,
eye opener for me. So then what I did
Okay.
okay.
was I picked a book which is suitable for 8 years old, and my
Mm-hmm.
children could understand and they enjoyed that story.
Mm.
Nalini, I've heard that
Okay.
FIANCO is the largest collective impact activity in Malaysia.
Yes.
Yeah. And then another thing that I found just now, FIANCO developed two flagship programs, FIANCO Reads and FIANCO Mentor. So did you involve in both flagship?
No, I was only involved in one project, which is FINCO Reads. That one
Oh,
focused
yes.
more on
Oh,
primary school.
I
Yeah.
see. Right.
okay. All right.
Okay.
So just now you said that but something about reading age. So Kahaniza and Puanida, do
Yeah.
you wonder what's our
Yes,
reading
our
age
reading
now?
age. I hope it's not that bad.
We should do the test, Helena. We should do the test.
Yeah.
Okay, if you see,
Yeah.
the test just now is carried out by the teacher. Now, there is also
Okay.
a technique which can be used by the pupils, which is called the
Okay.
5 finger test. Okay.
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 Okay. Five finger
Five
Okay, let
test.
me share
Okay.
with
fingers.
you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're so excited to
Yeah.
know about
Can't
this
wait.
five-finger
Can't wait
test.
to know.
Yeah, can't wait. We can test
We
it on
can
our students.
implement with our kids, our own
Yes.
children.
Okay. So this five finger test. Did Finco help you with this?
Yes, they
Nalini?
did. It's in their
All right.
handbook.
Okay.
So
Oh.
this is a page which I took from their handbook. So this is called the five-finger test. So
Okay.
let me share with you the steps
And
first. Then I will let you know what is the meaning of each and every finger. Okay. So if you see, the
Okay.
first step is we let the people pick any page from the book, and then we tell the child to begin reading. Preferably,
Okay.
we ask the child to pick any pages from the middle, not from the first page, because usually we will have less number of words on the first page. So
Yeah.
just ask them to pick any book which of their liking, and then start reading. So as the people reads, tell her to use her fingers on one hand to count the number of words that she does not know or has difficulty reading. And then
okay.
use the
Okay.
number of words held up to help the pupils decide whether the book is suitable for her to read by herself.
All
Okay,
right.
for example, okay, if you see here, can you see the five fingers here?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, I
Yeah.
can
Yes.
see that.
Okay, so what you do is you start read. You start to read. You ask your children to read the book. Okay,
Mhm.
so if the children find, okay, there is one word that is difficult
Okay.
out of that page.
All
So if
right.
one finger will be down. One finger
All
will be down.
right.
Okay. Okay.
So
All right.
this book is easy to read, but will
Easy
have
to
some
read.
new words to learn. Then if the
Okay.
child finds two words difficult, then
Two words.
you put down the second finger, which is perfect
Okay.
choice. This book is just right for your pupils.
All
And if you
right.
have the third finger down, it's a little hard, but could be fun for your
Okay.
pupils to try. You will need to help
Oh.
your pupils to read this book. And if you
Oh.
have
Okay.
all the four fingers, if you have the four fingers down, it's
Okay.
difficult to read. An adult would need to read the book with the pupil. And you have all the five fingers down, that means this book is probably too hard for your pupils to read. This book
Oh.
will need to read with an adult.
All
But
right.
at the same time,
Uh-huh.
if all your five fingers is up, then this book is easy for your pupils to read.
Easy.
Yeah.
Oh,
So this
Yes.
is the five finger test.
yes.
Which can also done by the pupils itself. You don't have to wait for the teachers.
Mm-hmm.
It's the child's own initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Puan Nalini, actually, Encik Izzat Shazwi, he said that he has seen a FINCO reading test, and it is quite interesting to see
Mm-hmm.
how we determine the age of or the level of the students based on
Yes,
their
yes,
reading.
I'm agree with
Yes.
you. With
And
Even
you.
I was so surprised, just to
mhm,
find out. Oh, okay. It was like an eye opener for me.
Uh-huh.
yes,
Yeah.
and some were also
Yes.
suggesting that all of us take that test, okay, to know where we are. All right,
I
okay.
Nalini, you should come to my house lah. Teach me. Mm-hmm.
Actually, Puan Nalini, how long have you carried out this activity? And after carrying out for some time, have you seen any improvement in the students' speaking skill or perhaps their attendance? Because just now you mentioned that it was your prime reason for choosing this activity. Okay, Puan Nalini.
Okay, so if you ask me answering the first question, how long have I
Mm-hmm.
carried out this activity?
Mm-hmm.
Storytelling, I do it all the time. But online storytelling,
Mm-hmm.
that's definitely something new, which is done only this year. And
Okay.
if you ask in terms of
Oh.
attendance, yes, people tend to enjoy the storytelling session, and also there is improvement in the attendance
Mm.
during the Google Meet. So it's like I'm more
Oh,
motivated
well
to do
done.
the session with the
Yeah.
children. And
Mm-hmm.
Finally,
besides that, answering to your
And
question,
did you implement this with your
mm-hmm.
kids, your own kids?
yes, on a weekly basis during the weekend, I used to read storybook to the children.
Okay, right.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
okay. And then I've heard, we have heard from you that you have also created a network with a corporate sector, which is under your HIP, right? So would you like to share with the viewers of Pasir Panitia tonight?
Yes, of course, with the help of FINCO again.
Mm-hmm.
We actually, my pupils and we had a volunteer from Bank to do a
Oh.
storytelling session with the pupils.
No.
So let me share
Mm.
with you some of the pictures which we took
Wow.
during the session.
Oh, that's great.
This is definitely hip, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So it was done online, right,
Yeah.
Nandini?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Juanita, did you want to ask
Yeah.
something?
Yeah. I feel like it's automatically a hip program, right?
Hmm.
Because
and
we're going with M Bank, yeah? So Nalini is very lucky actually to be participating in this program actually.
And
Puan
actually,
Nalini,
mhm.
can this activity implemented by other subjects? And
Yes,
how
of
does it
course.
affect your pupils in relation to classroom based assessment or PBD?
Okay, if you ask me, yes, if of course storybooks come in different language and also various genre, and we can always adapt the method to suit our pupils and what we are going to teach. As for PBD, the post reading activity can be actually used as the evaluation tool for the children.
Okay.
And there's a viewer here, Madam Rovati Nagarajan. So she said that this five finger method really works for my boys. Thank you to teacher Nalini. Oh, okay. So I
Oh,
have
that's
to start
good.
after
Thank
this.
you, Pravati Nagarajan, for response. Yeah.
Nalini, are the other teachers in your panel aware of the interesting activity?
Yes, they
And
do.
how did they respond it? How did they respond it to it?
Mm.
Okay, so if you ask me, we have like a PLC group in our English panel, which we do
Okay.
our sharings. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever knowledge that I get from FINCO, I share with my teachers. Especially, I feel some of the tests, like for example, reading age test, it's
Mm-hmm.
very important for especially the lower primary year one, year two, and year three. So of course, we do sharing and also shares with PLC with other schools as well and other teachers from other schools.
Yeah.
You know what,
Mm-hmm.
Nalini? I feel like I'm
Yes.
talking to Kajol. Lah. I don't, what is your hope for this activity, Puan Nalini?
Okay, my only hope is to make English more fun. So, if you the most important thing is learning takes place. So, if you ask me, when my children use the vocabulary which I taught them during the pre-reading in their writing, I've achieved my objective of teaching. So, I hope more teachers will take up, this challenge to be a storyteller. English is fun, storytelling is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and sometimes we
Yeah.
just have to be like run away from chasing the curriculum, finishing the syllabus, finishing the units of textbook. Just take
Yeah.
about an hour or half an hour just to tell stories to our pupils.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, since the three of us here are English teachers, and I'm just a side di sini, I'm history teachers for STPM. I yearn to ask whether using songs in the classroom help pupils to enrich their language in terms of grammar and vocabulary. Because I'm the one who love to
Yeah.
sing, but I don't have a
Mm-hmm.
good. I just love to sing, and I
Okay,
remember
let's hear
my
you
my
sing.
Yeah.
when I was standard six, Mr. Tang Tao Ho and Mr. Yun Mun Pun. Yeah, I
Mm.
really
Okay.
how they teach me English by using a song. It's like I
Okay.
Songs.
love to go a wandering along the mountain track. And as I go, I love to sing my knapsack on my
On my
back.
back.
Walking, walking around all the
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Haniza, let us keep that
sorry,
for Malaysia's Got Talent. Okay.
okay.
All right. So the title of that song is The Happy Wanderer. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
Congratulations.
All right. What about you,
Yes.
Nalini?
Okay, I'm going to sing a song. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Let's guess.
Let's sing together.
I'm sitting here in the boring room. It's just
Oh, okay.
another rainy Sunday afternoon. I'm wasting my time, I got nothing to do. I'm hanging around, I'm waiting for you, but nothing ever happens. And I
Okay.
wonder.
Lemon
Yes,
tree.
please
Lemon
guess.
tree.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
I use this song to teach my pupils, present participants in my classroom.
all
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Panida.
Huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
me, my turn.
Uh,
Okay, my song. Okay, listen. Okay, listen. Because I'm happy. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel that happiness is the truth. That
Okay.
is Happy by Pharrell Williams and
Pharrell
Wish
Williams.
of
Oh,
Pharrell
that's
Williams.
all right.
All
Some of
Okay.
the
right.
little songs. Okay.
Very
So we
nice.
could teach a lot of things with that because there's a lot of words you can actually blank out and you can ask the students to fill in.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. How about you, Harina? Your turn.
Oh, I'm not a good singer actually. Okay, but let me try. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the hero comes along with the strength to carry on. And you cast your fears aside. And you know you can survive. Oh my goodness, that's bad. But okay, what's the title of the song actually?
Hero.
By
Hero.
Mariah
Yeah.
Carey.
Mariah
Yeah,
Carey.
I always use that to teach the SBA subject verb agreement. Okay, and the students
Okay.
love it. Okay, all right.
That was fun.
It's your 100 miles. You know 100 miles? If you miss the train I'm on, you will know that I am gone. You can hear the whistle blow. 100 miles.
Okay,
Okay,
Kaliza, we can have another session for that later.
non-stop. Sorry. All right. So, our viewers, this sharing session has come to an end. Yeah? A bit
Yes.
sad. Huh? A bit sad. Okay, let's summarize in 2 minutes of your best practices. First, from the first panelist, Puan Ida of SMK Jalareco, on her correspondent letters, and then from our second panelist, Puan Nalini of SK Batu Sembilan, on her online storytelling and the five-finger test. Puan
Okay.
Ida?
Uh, the correspondent letter, I mean, I hope that more teachers out there are interested in it and should try it out. You know, it's a way of teaching the students writing in the most natural way as possible. So I hope more teachers out there try it out. It's kind of interesting for everyone, teachers and students. So I hope more teachers try it out. Okay, thank you,
All right.
Vanessa.
And how about you, Nalini?
Okay, so if you ask me about best practice, online storytelling, or just interactive storytelling in classroom, more teachers should try this in the classroom because English is fun. Again, I'm telling you, English is fun. So as long as our children enjoy the language, learning takes place. So all we have to do is just to be a storyteller to our children. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Right.
on behalf of the organizer, Sektor Pembelajaran PPD Hulu Langat, we would like to thank Puan Nalini and also Puan Ida for sharing their brilliant ideas. Okay, thank you Puan Ida, thank you Puan Nalini. And to all
Yes,
viewers
Puan
of
Helena and Puan Haniza.
Thank
all
you,
right,
Manida.
okay.
Okay.
And to
Thank
all
you too.
viewers out there, okay,
Thank
we
you.
hope that this session in Panitia's Got Talent has been a fruitful and beneficial one. You are also welcome to use these best practices in your schools in order to ensure fun learning and
Yeah.
also to improve your students' achievement. Okay, and feel free to click the like button, okay, as usual, to show your support to our program, Pasir Panitia, Panitia's Got Talent. We would like also to extend our gratitude to the technical team from USTP, PPD Hulu Langat, our streamer Puan Zainita binti Hussein from SK Convent Kajang, our control host Puan Saripa binti Mat Daud from SK Sungai Ramadalam, the SISC Plus, and all FASIH digital team, Sektor Pembelajaran PPD Hulu Langat. Dear viewers, okay, this we have come to the end of the 5 episode of our Panitia's Got Talent program season 1. This is something very sad, okay? All right. We hope to see all of you in the next season, which will be aired somewhere in the near future. All right. Till then, wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good night Malaysia. Fasih
Pasir
panitia,
Panitia.
Panitias
panitia's
Panitia's
got
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 Talent.
talent.
talent. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Good night.
everyone.
Good night.
Good night.